Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lily Haryati. My registration number is 2118030. I'm a student of English Education Study Program from class 4B. In this occasion, I would like to present a journal. My presentation today is a task to fulfill final project of extensive reading from Mem Yulvi Master Pendidikan. Okay, the title of the journal that I would like to present today is an analysis of students' motivation in learning English at senior high school number 5 Lubuklinggau. Okay, first I would like to explain about the introduction of this research. Actually, to reach a dream, people must have a motivation in their self. What is motivation exactly? The word of motivation is the key term of humans' internal factor to find their goals or their aims in doing something. Okay, motivation is really important in learning English. When people want to mastery vocabulary in English or want to getting a job and others, people help to learning English, but they also must have a motivation in learning English. Nowadays, many students like English. However, every student has a different motivation in learning English. Because of this condition, the researcher interested to analyze students' motivation in learning English at senior high school number 5 Lubuklinggau. Okay, next I would like to explain the method of this research. The type of survey research used by the researcher, it was cross-sectional survey. A cross-sectional survey is a survey collects information from a sample that have drawn from a predetermined population, according to Frankel and Wallen. The population units or analysis in this research was all students of senior high school number 5 Lubuklinggau, but in this research, the researcher only took 30% students per each grade and took them as the sample. Okay, in collecting the data. In collecting the data, the researcher used questionnaires, interview, and documentation. In this research, the questionnaires were formed based on the theory from Gardner, that is Attitude and Motivation Test Battery, or AMTB. Okay, then the result and discussion of this research. The researcher distributed the questionnaires and also interviewed the students. The questionnaires were distributed to find out the students' integrative and instrumental motivation. And for the interview, it was to verify the data collection from the questionnaire and documentation. In students' integrative motivation, the result of interviewing, students state that they motivated by the enjoyment of the learning process to make they feel better to know more about other country in learning English. And in students' instrumental motivation, the result of the data, it was provided the information that there were instrumental factor that motivated the students in learning English and the effect of students' motivation in learning English for their achievement. Based on documentation of students' English score, students' motivation in learning English has a positive effect for the students' English achievement. 85% students pass their exam with a good score, and then there were 15% students who didn't pass their English exam, but their English score were good enough. It showed that students' motivation in learning English has affected to their English achievement. Okay, the last one is I want to explain about the conclusion of this research. Students' motivation in learning English based on the calculation of the data and of the questionnaire in students' integrated motivation. The researcher found that students' integrated motivation have 48% the students were motivated by the enjoyment of the learning process itself and their integrative desire. They want to learn English because it gave them pleasure and develop a particular skill. From the calculation of students' instrumental motivation, the researcher found the percentage for students' instrumental motivation was 52%. It showed that many students of senior high school number 5 Lubuklinggau by their instrumental desire, they were motivated to learn English because of their goals, such as students want to get a high score or want to pass their English exam. So motivation in learning English affected to their English achievement. Based on the data document, almost of students at senior high school number 5 Lubuklinggau have a good English achievement. It showed that their motivation in learning English have been affected, and students from the subject of English or their English achievement. There were 81% students from the total of the subjects of the research were passed their English subject. Okay, motivation is an influential factor in teaching learning process. Without motivation, the goal of learning is difficult to be reached because the learner's effort and desire affect the learner in achieve their learning goals. Okay, that's all my presentation today. Thank you so much. Forgive me for my faults. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.